Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We again have to begin at 5 with the weather. A line of storms moving through Metro Detroit on exact track 4D radar.
Yeah, now take a live look outside from our Mount Clemens sky cam, and you can see the rain still appears to be coming down there right now. Luckily, though, we haven't seen any watches or warnings like we've seen so often this summer.
But still enough to slow down the afternoon drive. Ron Hilliard in for Kim Adams tonight. Ron, we saw that big line moving through. How about now?
Devin and Kim, we do have that line that's moving off to the east. And I want to show you right here. It is pretty much along I-94 from the Port Huron area all the way through western portions of Wayne County. Also seeing that rain coming down around 696 to 75. You see the rain falling. Also, as you get right around just to the east of Ann Arbor, right around the Ypsilanti area. But this is the next round that is coming through our area. It is going to be approaching within the next half hour in some of our western communities. Right now, Saginaw getting some of those storms right now. A lot of lightning, quite a bit of thunder out there, but heavy rain and wind. The concern, again, no watches or warnings at this time. It is possible that an isolated storm, maybe one or two, could reach that threshold with winds a little bit higher than where they are right now, about 40 miles per hour. So again, let's get a little bit closer and see where those storms are. You can see them moving right along 75 as you get into Saginaw County. Things clear on out as you get down into the Flint area. We're going to talk a little bit more about these storms and when they arrive coming up. Devin and Kim.
All right, Ron. A Macomb County police chief sent to the Macomb County lockup. This time as a prisoner.
A judge ordered Richmond Police Chief Tom Costello to spend 5 days in jail for misusing the state's law enforcement information network. Mara McDonald is live at the jail in Mount Clemens. Mara, his time inside didn't last long after some major developments in the past few hours here.
Kimberly, if you're not paying attention out here, I mean, you could get whiplash. Things are changing that quickly. Here's what happened. Richmond's police chief was booked in here at the Macomb County Jail, and he was in the lockup for a small amount of time. What he thought he was doing today was going to court to plead no contest to a misdemeanor and get a year's probation. Well, that didn't happen. Let me show you. Richmond Police Chief Tom Costello had been ordered to serve 5 days in jail by New Baltimore Judge William Hackle III. The move was a shock to Costello and the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office, who had reached a plea deal in this case. He was in court to plead no contest today. The judge didn't like the deal and opted for 5 days in jail instead. The chief is accused of running the lien system for an employee for a private matter. Lien is the statewide law enforcement network that has substantial information about all of us. Originally, the city put Costello on leave over the accusation, but then put him back on the job. He's well liked in the community. City officials were flabbergasted by today's news.
The city is surprised at the outcome of court today. As my understanding, both Tom's attorney and the prosecutor were surprised as well. They've been working a long time on a plea, and it was not our understanding that jail time was a part of that.
Back here live, so here's where things stand right now. Richmond Police Chief Costello is out of jail. The plea has been vacated by an emergency motion through the Macomb County Circuit Court, and Judge Hackle has now recused himself from this case. And in speaking to Costello's attorney, Art Weiss, he says they're now going to have to find a new judge to hear the case. He calls what happened in court today a travesty. We're live in Mount Clemens. I'm Mara McDonald. Local 4.
Incredible turn of events. Okay, Mara, we appreciate it.
Our other top story here at 5. 28 days to go now before the UAW's contracts with the Big Three expire. Tonight, we're getting a rather chilling look at the impact that strikes would have.
Yeah, we know strikes against the domestic three automakers always come at a cost, and now we have a window into just how much a strike during this round of national contract talks might cost.
Business editor Rob Maloney live tonight with a look at the numbers and the unique issues that the industry is facing this time around. Rod.
Yeah, Devin, Kimberly, here's the thing. Here's the number that we're paying most attention to. It is and I don't think my marker is going to work, $5 billion. Just look for the 5 there. Dollars that could happen all in if they were to strike all three at the same time, something that they have talked about as a possibility. But that number can be flexible. Should it go against one company or even two over a distant period, it might even exceed that. But here's what Patrick Anderson from Anderson Economic Group told us today at the Automotive Press Association. When the United Auto Workers struck General Motors 4 years ago, it cost the company roughly $2 billion. Anderson Economic Group founder Patrick Anderson today told the Automotive Press Association GM never made up that loss either. So as he crunches prospective strike loss numbers just for a short 10-day walkout against just one of the automakers, he says Ford would lose earnings to the tune of $341 million, GM $275 million, and Stellantis $244 million. Yet he believes auto dealers and their customers are likely to take an immediate and very painful hit because inventories overall are about 20% of what they were 4 years ago.
If the rhetoric goes right up to the end and you see a strike against all three or they're threatened about that, you're going to see dealers run out of product right away. And you're going to see consumers affected.
As in few new vehicles available. The loss numbers skyrocket if the UAW strikes all three at the same time, adding up to $2.5 billion. And he warns
there's plenty of opportunities for consumers to substitute vehicles that are produced by other makers.
So I'll tell you what I'm going to do with their proposal. I'm going to file it in its proper place.
Anderson is also deeply concerned about UAW President Shawn Fain's fiery rhetoric leading to a too costly contract.
The worst thing that happens isn't a bad strike. It's a bad settlement that ends up with a contract that's not sustainable.
And so as it stands right now, Patrick Anderson says, look, the cash register is ringing if they end up going to a strike. Strikes are blunt instruments. They can happen. They can have an impact. It could be that the threat of a strike is bigger than an actual strike. So we'll have to see how this goes. Back to you.
All right, Rod, we are hustling a waterproof whiteboard out to you, but a great breakdown of exactly what we're looking at. It's going to deep roots that run all over the place. All right, Rod. Kim.
Well, it has now been 1 week since wildfires swept across the island of Maui. 111 people are now confirmed dead, but that number is expected to rise as crews continue to search the burn area. Jay Gray is on Maui tonight as residents grapple to come to terms with all that was lost.
Well, good evening, and you can get a glimpse of the town just behind us here, charred ruins, about all that's left at this point. More than 80% of the buildings are completely gone. Many who escaped the firestorm now making their way back for the first time and searching, like so many across Maui right now, for strength and hope.
Search crews and cadaver dogs continue to rush into Lahaina.
The capacity is increasing continuously to make sure that we can go to every corner of the disaster site.
The grim task of sifting through rubble and ash, every day revealing more victims. The number now well past 100, with more than 1,000 still missing, including Clifford's 98-year-old grandmother, Louise Abahai.
Sorry, Grandma. Hope to see you again.
With the main road into the historic village now open, survivors are slowly starting to come back. The damage so severe in Helen Ka'ai's neighborhood, she has to walk the last few blocks.
It's hard to take in. You know, just seeing all this devastation, I don't know what to think. We grew up here. This is home to a lot of us.
A home, most locals will tell you. They refuse to allow the fire to steal away.
Behind all of this chaos, there's an opportunity for success. And this opportunity that I'm talking about, everybody needs to listen to this. The state of Hawaii, our people of Hawaii, that understand, live, breathe aloha. It's not a word, it's a feeling.
A feeling many hope can replace the numbing pain of such overwhelming loss.
You know, you get the sense here that for many, the shock is beginning to give way now to the realization that the recovery is going to last not weeks or months, but years. In Lahaina, Jay Gray, Local 4.
Yeah, okay, Jay. Well, ahead at 5:30, we'll take a look at the federal response to the devastation on Maui and how the location is making things difficult and what FEMA is doing to get resources there as quickly as possible.
Scary situation in Wayne today after a construction crane toppled over onto a school. Check out the video we've got from Sky 4 over Franklin Middle School on Annapolis Street. You see a part of the crane lifted onto its side with the boom resting on the roof. They've not yet figured out what caused the crane to tip, but on the bright side, we've yet to hear of any injuries. Good thing school hasn't started yet, right? All right, Jamie joins us now in for Bernie tonight. We've been tracking, unfortunately, injury news at Lions training camp
Not
this
what we
week.
want to hear. And we're talking about two big names that went down during joint practice yesterday.
Yeah, and names you don't want to hear when you think about who could go down. Further depleting a wide receivers room, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams both went down yesterday with lower body injuries. This is video of the Lions at practice yesterday during the media video period. So that's before St. Brown hurt his right leg on the very first play of 7-on-7 drills. Williams later pulled up on a deep route and injured his hamstring. Dan Campbell said today St. Brown should be back before the team's final preseason game at Carolina, but he said Williams could miss the rest of the preseason. Now, you remember this preseason was important to his growth before his 6-game suspension.
I mean, as long as he stays on top of the mental portion of it, you know, you can get a lot out of the mental work. So, you know, he grinds on that, takes care of the hamstring, and we'll take it as it comes. So, yeah, there'll be a setback with it, but it's also, you know, listen, you take it as it comes. I'm not going to sweat it. You know, as long as he's willing to continue to grind on the playbook and get it right, we'll take it as it goes.
Yeah, but missing full speed reps is a big deal for Williams. We'll see. We'll also see now if the Lions add another wide receiver before the season begins. Campbell was asked about that, and he said, yeah, I think they're going to talk about it with Brad Holmes.
Okay,
we'll see.
tough. That's all we say. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. It's the only thing we care about through this. Yesterday, we told you the saga of the mystery barge up north. We thought it was over. Well, that was wrong.
Yeah, just wait until you see where this eyesore popped up just a few hours after being towed away.
Also taking you to a big event downriver that has people attending from all around the world. Hank.
The battle over stimulus money has a local woman calling Help Me Hank. Now we're working with the IRS to figure out what really happened here. That story is coming up.